Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of the podcast For the Love of Drama. Thank you for tuning in to listen. I would like to continue for one more week talking about the use of music in drama. And today I am talking about horror movies, and I am completely out of my comfort zone because I don't watch horror movies. Very, very rarely. They frighten me to death. I find them absolutely terrifying, and I am one of those people that will sit there in broad daylight, if I have got a horror movie on, with my hands in front of my eyes, peering through my fingers. So, I am completely inexperienced and out of my comfort zone. So, first one, Psycho from 1960. The music was composed by Bernard Herrmann, and arguably his score has set the tone for all horror movie music. The famous terrifying scene in the shower was accompanied by short, high-pitched strokes from violins. I won't sing it. You can look it up on YouTube if you really don't know what it sounds like. But I can't resist doing the theme tune for this next one. Ba-da, ba-da, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, of course. Jaws, 1975, music composed by John Williams. Similar to Psycho, the suspense and terror of the man-eating shark story. Jaws is reinforced by just a couple of well-chosen notes, played by the tuba. Williams himself describes the music as grinding away at you, just as a shark would do. Instinctual, relentless, unstoppable, and scary. Number 3, Rosemary's Baby. I have never watched this one, but the music was composed by Christoph Komeda. The score for 1968 horror classic Rosemary's Baby uses high piano tingles, followed by the la 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 of wistful, whispery vocals for optimum creepiness. And this is in the film's introduction music and recurring theme. Next one, The Shining, 1980, composed by Wendy Carlos and Rachel Elkind. No, I haven't seen it. The film's score includes a bone-melting organ and synthesizer theme music, bringing the Rocky Mountains to life with nauseating slices and swoops of electronic sound. Ghost. I have seen this one. I don't really consider this too scary and too much of a horror movie, really. There's a bit of a mixture. So the composer was Maurice Jarre, and of course Ghost is from 1990. The music for iconic love story / horror film Ghost is more about spooky and supernatural than terrifying or scary. And the score sets up an intensity and uncertainness that makes the on-screen action all the more powerful and heartbreaking. And so much so when set against the iconic clay throwing scene on a pottery wheel, to anybody that's not familiar with the clay throwing term, not lobbing it all over the place. This scene is set to the beautiful song Unchained Melody by the Righteous Brothers. The Exorcist, 1974. Composer Mike Oldfield. On the surface, Mike Oldfield's Tubular Bells sounds light and carefree, but matched with the sinister story of a 12-year-old girl possessed by the devil, the music takes on a much heavier and foreboding tone. Next one, Beetlejuice. Again, I'm not sure I would consider this a horror movie, but a comedy horror, I suppose. Composer, Danny Elfman. And I love this theme. It starts with a tinkly bell sound and then morphs into this creepy kind of invading marching from violins and then into a fast, tight brass melody. The driving rhythm seems to drag yourself into the melody, and leaves you behind, defenseless in the face of all the scary things that are going on. Next one, The Omen. I think I have seen this one. Probably scared me to death. Jerry Goldsmith is the composer, and the film is from 1976. The Omen music is full of chill and foreboding, as uneasy, suspended choral chants are underpinned by low thudding winds, piercing strings, tubular bells, tubular bell glimmers, and timpani rattles, which I think timpani are drums, hopefully. And last but not least, one I have watched, only because Daniel Radcliffe starred in it, and the last thing I watched him in before that was Harry Potter, and I'm a bit of a Harry Potter fan, so I had to watch this, and yes, it did scare me silly. I was terrified. It was a classic moment of hands in front of eyes looking through your fingers, but I watched it in broad daylight and I was still scared. The Woman in Black, 2012, composer Marco Beltrami. One of the few horror films I have watched. The musical score is powerful and adds to the suspense and horror chill of the story. The opening music flows in a suspenseful and quite mesmerizing way, with high tinkly piano notes leading into drumming and heavier tones. Some of the music is beautifully entrancing, with hints of sorrow and measure in equal measure. Sorrow and menace, in equal measure, gradually building to a climax of fear, often when the woman in black appears, or when she causes something to happen. Okay, that's your lot. I am done. Thank you very much for watching. Tune in on Friday for the next installment, which continues the use of music in drama. And then next week, who knows? I'm going to come up with a new topic to discuss. So have a great week, everybody, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye-bye.